Landauer had the vision of turning Bayern into a professional club of international dimensions. He was one of the first to recruit a big-name coach from abroad and also found sponsors. He revolutionized medical treatment at the club. Landauer wanted to compete at the highest level, organizing matches against teams from countries Germany had been at war with, as well as top European sides from Prague, Vienna and Budapest. The aim was for Bayern to learn from the best and beat them.
The lengths people went to play professional football were incredible. It might be a good idea to show our players today one of those games. Just look at the boots these guys wore, the pitches, and the balls they played with. You hear debates today about whether the grass should be another 3 millimeters longer, or whether we should add artificial surface material to improve training. You can see how it's possible to become German champions with other options if the determination is there. And they evidently were determined.
That first glory for Bayern was thanks in no small part to leading Jewish figures at the club. President Kurt Landauer, Czech coach Richard Dombey Cohn, and youth team director Ernst Otto Bär.
They used to say the Jewish club, although it wasn't really meant maliciously. And looking at my personal life, I went to a school with a relatively high proportion of Jewish children. Our teacher's surname was Bauer, as was another teacher of a class without Jews, except without the E, but pronounced the same. To distinguish the two, they called our teacher Judenbauer, but nobody took offense, and certainly not the Jews.
But the Nazis' rise to power would mean Landauer's fall from grace. Within weeks of Hitler's seizing power in 1933, he was forced to relinquish the presidency of Bayern, despite the club's tradition of resistance to the Nazis. Landauer also had to leave the newspaper, all because he was Jewish. The persecution was all the more unfathomable for the Landauer family because they were not religious.
If you've not been practicing the religion, that leaves little else. And then it's others who are classing you as a Jew. We ourselves had never really self-identified as being Jewish.
And the Nazi reign of terror accelerated in next to no time, with a growing number of Jews being taken away to the newly built concentration camps. Jewish families with strong local roots could simply not believe what would ultimately happen. In 1936, many were still telling themselves that the Nazi nightmare would only be temporary.